before we. Sorry, this is on the OBS end. Sorry. Before I actually start the show. There we go. All right. Now we can start the show. All right, we're back for 169. Yeah, we're on the nice number. But yeah, we're getting that much closer to 200. But it's been kind of dry still. I mean, we're in January, so naturally, again, like it's gonna be that kind of pacing, I guess, for news coming in. But we still have stuff to talk about. So some funny things, in fact. So get ready, especially for the frontline news. But anyway, how's your week been?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. A freaking dog got loose in the at work again.
Of course.
So just watching this big Rottweiler just running down the aisles was like a treat.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear the owner just screaming their name. Is like that dog is happy. Either you have food in your hand or one bitch on a leash. It's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
They caught it eventually, but
Eventually.
it was like
Yeah.
you could be just like sitting down drinking a beer and just going like, okay, it's like a NASCAR. It's taking a left turn. Another left turn.
Another left turn.
Another. Oh, it crashed into the lumber aisle. Oh, it's okay. Other than that, I need to finally buy a wall mount for this TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
The big one, or is it just like a 27-inch, or?
My big one.
Okay.
My 40 something.
Yeah, mine is like 48, something like that. Mine's still like on a shelf. It's a little jank because I also have it sitting on top of like my home speaker, like my big woofer, my subwoofer, and then which is sitting on top of another shelf. So it's kind of I don't know, it all kind of becomes.
You MacGyvered it.
I'm MacGyvered. Yes, I'm MacGyvered it. Exactly. There you go. That's a good way to put it. But it works. It's straight, you know.
For now, until you know, like an earthquake hits it.
Pretty much. And I'm in California, so we're I guess the earthquake capital of the world, or at least in the United States, I guess.
Yeah.
According to everyone else who does not live in California.
And then right now, I'm just looking for like a good, decent wall mount because I want it to slide, like angle it and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want it to just go in and out. I want it to like go up a little, go down.
Yeah. Don't forget the drywall screws.
Nah. Duct tape.
If you just put it in with the screw, it's gonna fall out, dude. Because
we're gonna duct tape it.
Duct tape it, yeah. Oh no, what's the Mighty Putty? Mighty Putty.
The Mighty Putty. Or no. Duct tape and super glue. There we go. That's how we do it.
Gorilla Glue. Don't you have Gorilla Glue in the store?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the actual duct tape, right? It's not like 3M duct tape. It's the actual like
Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. Duct tape. With a K and everything. But anything else for your week?
I had to tell a lot of people in Max's chat that I ain't playing freaking Rise on PC. Because Rise was, again, me a honeymoon phase.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's a fun game. I mean, don't get us wrong, but there's just nothing to do after, man.
Yep.
Yeah, like
you're just playing gacha with the
materials and
yeah.
Pretty much, like you're just farming for a chance to get those materials, which is like very MMO-esque. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's what I kind of go through in Genshin Impact, sort of. But that's like for artifacts, which is just for enhancing your character rather than building your character or whatever. When you farm for those materials, those always come. They always are coming in when you defeat the monster or whatever. It's just a matter of the amount. So like you sometimes get 3, sometimes get 2, maybe 4. But anyway, Monster Hunter, like I said before, right? I mean, in World, they had some really cool like events with the bosses. They had new monsters and everything. They even had the behemoth from the 14 collaboration, and they even incorporated those mechanics into that event. And you had to hide behind a meteor and everything. Oh, and that was like the funniest moments for us, because like I remember it was me, Faka, James, and I think it was Ender or Christian. Anyway, we were hiding behind the meteor, right? But then the meteor came straight down on us. We're like, "Which side is it on?" Or Faka was like, "Which side is it on?" And then just it because I guess it was on the side that we were on. But we couldn't tell because it was coming straight down. So it was like, which one is it? It's literally a coin flip, and we lost the coin flip, and it just crashed, and we died. And it was literally the last phase too, which is, when you look back on it, it's funny, but at the time it's like, what the fuck? But
it's like, I want to recount.
I want a refund. It was like, what? No. Point being though, those they had some really fun events, but for this one, it's just like, oh, it's just this same monster, recycled, and then but you get a layered armor, which is great, and most of them are from like the Capcom collaboration. I got the Akuma one. That's like the only one I've done so far, and they're permanent, so it's kind of cool. I'll give them that, but it's just the same thing recycled, but with like, oh, they have rage or something, whatever. It's not as creative, or it's not as it's not as different as you would see in World. I mean, would you agree?
Yeah. Like, it was like Rise had potential. It's just that, again, it's a different team. So, and probably also not to mention, pandemic also played a part in this.
Yeah. Let's not forget that Sunbreaker is coming, so maybe that'll be a time for me to come back to, but I don't know how long that's gonna last, because that's when they'll put in the new monster, right? I forget the new monster's name, but it's the new Elder Dragon, and it's now in a more Western type of setting, which is cool. It's a nice change. It's different. So we can't forget about that, but what's gonna come after? That's also the big question. I think also because it's the Switch, right? It can only handle so much. I think maybe that's why they don't do much of these things as I don't know, as much. They can't like really get their creative juices going as much because of how the Switch is. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's again not a bad game, but it's just it's not the same experience after comparing to World. I love the game mechanics and everything, the core of Rise. I love the wire bug and everything. That shit is fun, but what you do after is what really matters too, as much as the core mechanics and the core loop and everything. and it's like you said, like you're playing gotcha with the materials, man. It's it can only be fun for so much, for that long. But anyway, how's 14 been?
I hate healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's just that I hate healing sometimes, and I'm just waiting for like Aka and the rest of the guys do their end game content in a good pacing, so we can do do other content together, because apparently there are some mounts we all want, but we're just gonna wait till everyone is ready for the big farm, instead of like me and Faka go do it on our own and then bring everyone in.
Yeah.
So.
But you're already done with the Endwalker like main story like content stuff, right? You guys are just for now, and then you guys are just farming and stuff like that. And are you guys doing like raids and stuff like that too, or is that part of the farming?
That's part of endgame right now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to play other classes that didn't intrigue me, and until like, you know what? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Change it up a bit, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, when it comes to my week, I actually was streaming quite a bit this week, this week as we're recording. I streamed 3 times like this week, which is like more like which is 3 times the amount I do, or even more, because usually there are times where I don't even stream for that week. And then there are only times where I only stream like Pokemon card opening, which only happens every so often, because obviously I don't have that much money, and I don't want to open the same fucking set every time, so I wait for the new set to come out. But anyway, I was playing Genshin's new 2.4 story. It was pretty cool. Pretty short, a little shorter than I thought it would be, but it was still cool. And then, I play the Jade Chamber story, and then I play the Enka Nomia Island main part. So I'm just like in the post game again. So I'm just like exploring and stuff like that, and trying to just do dailies and all that stuff, do the usual, and try to prepare for a new character that's gonna come up for 2.5, which is Mika, which, from what I've seen, external sources, I'm saving up my gems. Let's just put it that way. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm just trying to save up for that banner, and then been playing Apex Legends quite a bit. I unlocked Revenant last night, and he's pretty fun. I like the silence that he has. And his totem is really fun, obviously, you can you essentially have a second life, sort of thing, which is fun to play around with. And then so there was one game where I died right at the end, right? But then this Octane was just like, we were in Storm Point, and then it was the area with like the big dome. I forgot what it was called. It was like the big bowl or whatever you call it. And then and then there's the triangular, not triangular, but there's a structure on top of it. And then there's a big bowl right under it, and you can like go in, and there's like a bunch of little loot boxes, or the boxes, or the pill boxes to loot from. And that's where like a lot of people like kill each other and stuff like that. It's like a kill box, because a lot of people like to go there in the beginning. But anyway, we were in the area, I died in the last part of the game, and then this Octane was just running right in the bowl. He was trying to revive me, and then so happens that there were only two other squads left. It was just one person each. One person was running towards the ring and trying to get the other person, but then I don't know for what reason he just went, like that person was gonna go in the ring, but the Octane cracked her shield. So because she had no shield, she got knocked down instantly, touching the ring. So it's like, oh, what? And then the other person was already in the ring, but trying to get out or get back into the circle. And then, but because the other person already, I guess, cracked her, or she, worked on her pretty good. He literally just took one shot from the triple take and then shot her, and then we won the game. I'm like, what the fuck?
See, in times like that, you don't question. You just go, okay.
We take those. Yeah, exactly. we take those. Yeah, it's funny. It's so funny. And then yeah, I got some nice W's here and there, but oh boy.
Nobody wants W's. They want L's.
No, they want highlights. That's what they want. That's the true prize. It's the highlights so they can put it on their video and put it on YouTube. Or Twitter. Yeah. But yeah, been playing Apex, and then in Genshin, of course. I actually yesterday played this game called Gas Station Simulator. I actually wanted to play something a little different for my stream because I don't really play the simulator games, or on top of that, PC games too much, like the more janky, lower budget PC games. So I wanted to take my shot at one of those games, and I picked up Gas Station Simulator because I was watching other people play it, and then I don't know if it was just kind of like I guess inspiring to me to play it or try it out. I guess that's the right word for it. It definitely is one of those games where you just like sit back and relax, and just like it tickles the different part of the brain from the other games that I play, which is usually just like the anime games, or like Genshin Impact and the RPGs and the shooters, right? I've been playing those a lot, so that's why playing a game like this is like it's super different, and obviously, and tickles the different part of the brain. And basically, you're running a gas station, so you're running the register, you're running the workshop, like the car shop, you're fueling up people's cars. You're working. It's a like a job simulator sort of thing. But again, it's like it's those kind of games, do something different. It's for those people, who want to play those games, and I can see why. I can definitely see why. It definitely has like an addicting quality sort of thing, because you're managing something. It's like you're running your own, your own shop, obviously. I played games before like that with like SimCity. You're managing something. You're managing resources like fuel and whatever, and taxes and money and all that shit. You ever play those kind of games like SimCity and Sims or whatever?
Just the Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Always made my family, and then somehow one of the parents always catches on fire. And I just see death coming. And I see my other sim pleading with death not to take him away. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this game is dumb.
Mm-hmm. You ever play any simulator games at all? Like anything with a something simulator, like flight simulator.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I have. Wait, actually, hello. I can look at my Steam library.
Yeah, that's where I got it from, Steam. Funny enough.
Let's see what's in my library.
Library, yeah.
So, nope.
I find it funny.
I mean,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't think Rafts counts.
What counts? Or what doesn't?
Raft.
Oh,
I don't think.
I mean, it's like along the same lines of those games like Ark. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's the one with like the dinosaurs and you can just like build and just do whatever the fuck you want kind of thing. It's like Minecraft, Ark, and like those kind of games where you do manage some sort of resources and then you just build and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and stuff like that. And depending on what you want to do in those games, very sandboxy. Obviously, it's not like that in Gas Station Simulator so much, but the management, the economy, it's what you're kind of tickling those sort of parts of the brain. It's like you want those numbers to go up, or you want you want to hear the cha-chings and all those little things. It's like a different kind of dopamine, I guess you can say. Yeah. I didn't think I would play for that long, but I played for like almost 5 hours in one sitting. So yeah, kind of different. I think I'll keep playing it for the stream. It's not much of a story to it, so I'm not gonna worry too much about like, oh, I gotta rush it through or whatever, like I did with like Last Judgment and stuff like that. So it's again like one of those games that you can just like turn off your brain, relax, and to some extent at least, and then it's a simple game. It's a video game, so. Haven't played a video game in a long time, and nowadays, like, a lot of video games are like, oh, story driven, and it's gotta have some sort of moral, and it's gotta have like some sort of like message and a political message, or I don't know what it is, but that sort of thing. Here it's like, you're just playing a fucking video game. Anyway, but other than that, just kind of hanging in there and all that stuff. So that's just me. All right, well, that's it. I guess that's enough for our weeks and stuff like that. Yeah. Let's get into.
I got really distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was looking at my Steam library, and then for some reason, like Steam store was like, "Hey, since you play this game, here's a similar game," and I'm like,
"No, you're gonna go into the Steam rabbit hole."
Because I was like, "Wait, when did this game come out?" It's another Gundam game.
Oh.
So I'm like, "Wait,
do they have the Dynasty Warrior games on PC?"
Oh, those I don't know.
Or like any of the.
Hello, we have
the internet. Yeah. I wonder if any of those games, like, obviously not like Hyrule Warriors. That's not gonna happen. But Dynasty Wars, or like the Gundam ones, any of the collaboration ones or the crossover ones, like Piston North Star and stuff. Like I always wonder if any of those games make it on the PC, since more and more games are gonna be just popping into PC like nothing nowadays.
Seems not. Because again, like with the Gundam series, there's always that stupid licensing issue. Because I guess some territories cannot show like a Gundam series, but others can. So still just what's it called? Cutting it out or stuff. Just outright don't do it.
Yeah.
But the Gundam game that Steam lovely just said, "Hey, look at this," is the SD Gundam series.
Oh wow.
It's only one for now. It just came out. Well, it was released 2019 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that on my wish list.
Yeah.
See, Bandai Namco, just throw in anything with Gundam. People are gonna fucking buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometime down the road.
I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, by the way, the gas station simulator was $20. So yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Is $60.
$60. I looked at the Monster Hunter one. I was like, I thought it was gonna be like $50, but no, it's a full 60.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a full title, man. Yeah.
You're just staring, going like, really?
Mm-hmm. If it had cross progression, which a lot of people were hoping, I would have bought it. Honestly, I would have bought it because I want to carry over my progress to, to the PC. It would be nice to play it on the PC, for obvious reasons, but I guess not. Guess not. I don't know why, but maybe that later down the road. Hopefully, I don't know.
Maybe.
But I don't want to inject myself with too much copium. But anyway. I think we can definitely now move on to the main part of things. So, Zawa, my friend, would you
she sucks. The end.
Would you be so kind to do the only one thing we have for Fighting Game News with Kula's artist notes from Mr. Nakata himself?
Keep sorry to all the fans Kula waiting. Yeah.
You mean sorry to keep all the...
No, that's what I just said. Sorry to keep all the Kula fans waiting.
Mm-hmm.
The Princess of Ice has returned for KOF 15. She's not even a princess. She acts like one.
No, she's Elsa, right?
Ooh. Shoot her. This time she's away from K-Dash and the gang and finds herself joined up with, is it Angel or Angel?
Angel.
Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Angel.
Angel, yeah.
Instead, I hope you enjoy their team story when it gets released later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already know their team story. K-Dash did something to upset her.
Mm-hmm.
So she rebelled. Angel is over there, like probably sipping on some orange juice, and she goes, "Hey,
mm-hmm.
the fuck you doing? Come here," and gives her a beer.
Or ice cream.
No, beer.
Beer.
Just like
no, a beer float. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
And there you go, and that's how it all. And so
that's the story, yeah.
Yep. And the reason why Kula is pissed off at K-Dash is because she's drunk.
Oh, that would be a different kind of story. But anyway, carry on.
I don't know if she's legal, but
I don't. I'm not gonna go there, but anyway.
In KOF 15, Kula has a new move called Falling Snowman. Oh, the snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad they're not. When you summon them, they don't have like different expressions.
Yeah, but
where you guessed it, a snowman falls down from above. This move is pretty nostalgic for some avid fans, as she used to have it in previous tile. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Maximum Impact was definitely one of them for sure.
The last time I played a KOF, it was on the Game Boy.
What was that one?
Damn, I'm old. I don't know. Besides Falling Snowman, Kula's Diamond Breath is now stronger, and by changing the animation of her Jump A attack, she can now cross up her opponents. All these new additions means whoever she fights will be on thin ice. Really? Really? Really?
Yep. Well, she's in the game, no less, before Rock Howard. So
he did.
yeah, he's probably dead. I don't know.
Imagine that was in the story. Like,
Oh, that'd be fucked up.
How many people would be pissed?
Dude, somebody. Well, I want to say many, but you know those handful of people will be pissed.
I mean, or he's not dead. He's just like encased in ice because Kula probably put him there and goes like, "It's like, yeah, you're not coming back, boy."
Like, or just a super like side character, like just pushed off to the side kind of thing, just gets robbed of like any spotlight. He's just in the background.
Or it's like, they're like on a game show and you have the spotlight, and whatever the spotlight is, like that's the next character. So
he's basically Lancer in Carnival Phantasm. He's basically Lancer. That's what it is. He dies. It's just every episode. Pretty much. That's what Rock is right now. But and just a reminder, we're getting close to February, so we're only down to one character left. So who will be that last character? I actually don't know. So that would be a surprise for me.
Freaking hilarious. To me, if it was Raiden.
Oh, that'd be so weird.
Like out of nowhere, like everyone's like, it's rock hard. It's rock hard. Right? Right? Like,
what if it was like Raiden Howard or something like that? Like it's Rock Howard but in a wrestling costume. So it's not Rock Howard, but it is Rock Howard, you know what I mean? Like he put on some wrestling persona for story reasons. He had to play the game to find out why he's in a wrestling costume. That'd be kind of hilarious. Could you imagine?
Wait, what is up? Terry's last name is Bogart.
Yes.
So what if like the final character is another Bogart? But it is Rock, and Rock Howard adopted Bogart's last name to just throw people off. Like, it's like, who's this? Who's this Howard? I mean, who's this Bogart?
Yeah, that'd be actually really, really neat. Yeah, because he pretty much is like a second father to him. So
yeah,
because Geese Howard is a piece of shit, but he is a big piece of shit. So yeah, but yeah, but it's kind of obvious. But at the same time, that like they're supposed to be doing the whole shatter all expectations kind of thing, because the only team that's not been filled is Ash and Kukuri, right? Those are the only two people now who aren't in a team for right now. So if you looked at the story, it's gonna be kind of obvious, and I'm gonna say it's Elizabeth, because Elizabeth is supposed to be like the sort of the sister figure, and she was looking for Ash after events and hired Kukuri to help find Ash. And so and because those two are in the game, it's more likely that Elizabeth is going to be the last character for the base roster. I think it's safe to say that it's Elizabeth. Question is, I guess, is she gonna play that much differently from the whatever previous game she was in? I don't know. I don't think she was in 14, but I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I forget. It's been a while. Anywho, it's probably Elizabeth. Do you want to take a stab at it, or not? Not so much.
I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
And see all the either happiness or disappointment.
It's not gonna be Rock Howard because it makes no sense at this point. Because again, it's just Ash and Kukuri who aren't in a team for right now. So, you can take a damn good guess as to who that's gonna be. It ain't gonna be Rock Howard, that's for sure.
I mean, Rock Hard can just show up as DLC, but it would be so freaking hilarious.
Again,
let's say they have this game does well, and they have 3 seasons of DLC. We all would think, Rock Hard is coming on the first DLC, right? Oh, DLC pack. Nope. second DFC? Nope.
Third, like the last one.
Third, everyone's like clenching, like, please.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like the very last.
I know. It like
because wasn't he like the very last in?
He wasn't the first. He wasn't the first pass. I don't think for sure.
Yeah, but he was like almost to the last.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Something like I don't know. He wasn't the first one. That's for sure. I don't know how many passes they had for or seasons they had for 14. If I can't really. I can't recall. There's a lot of characters in that game though.
There
was a lot of characters in that one. It had the roster. I'll give it that, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing with like big rosters. Like, wow, look at all these characters. 5% are being played.
Mm-hmm. Or they are only a good handful of them actually play uniquely or whatever. Or I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, a good handful of them actually play uniquely. You know, otherwise, you know, most of them are like, you know, slight variations of what we already have, or you know, like this guy has this move or whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing like with any other fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Big roster, maybe a good chunk is being played.
Yeah. It's like, it's just a matter of like, there's those cases where it's like, you don't really play that character, but you're glad to see that character in the roster.
You're glad. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's like also, like, Marvel 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Marvel 3. Look at all these awesome characters. What the hell do we see at every freaking tournament?
Yeah, Virgil, Zero, you know, sometime Morgan, Sentinel.
Storm.
No, well, Storm, that's Justin, because no one.
That's Justin. But and
some Wolverines.
Some Wolverines.
Mm-hmm.
Some Akumas.
Some Akumas, yeah.
But then when it's like the other contenders that brings in like out of nowhere, MODOK, Spider-Man,
Shimogorath.
Shimogorath is like, whoa!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, because it's like you're falling asleep and you just see them. It's like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm alive, I'm up.
Yeah. Don't forget Dark Phoenix. Remember that shit? That whole mechanic.
Yep, she won evil.
Yep. And then Doctor Dooms. there's a good
Dooms.
Yeah, there's a good amount of Doctor Dooms. But yeah.
Yep.
That is the gist of it. So, anywho, that's the one fighting game we do have to talk about. Fighting game type of news. But now a good chunk of it will be the frontline type of news. So let's get into that one. First one we'll talk about is the PlayStation. So as we all know already, there's been a shortage of PlayStation 5s. Also, you know, because of the semiconductor and just PC parts in general are low right now. Can't get out those fast enough because of, you know, pandemic stuff and blah blah blah, shipping and all that. You know, we've come to know at this point there's a shortage on those type of products. Graphics cards are heavily affected by this too. But with PlayStation 5 or PlayStation, Sony has went ahead and decided to, well, this is allegedly, I guess you can say, has planned to focus on PlayStation 4s a little longer because of this shortage. So they're gonna just keep using the parts they have for the PlayStation 4 and then just whip those out and, you know, hope people buy them, I guess. Probably have a big sale on them, I guess, too, while they're at it. But yeah, that's just the thing.
I mean, I hope for, like, yes, they're producing more PS4s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say when the ball's finally rolling,
yeah,
there is a good surge of PS5s. Sony, you know, gives like a small like priority waiver or something for those who wants to trade in PS4s
Mm-hmm.
or a PS5. Something to give back to your customer.
Ideally, but yeah, they're just gonna throw it out there like, all right, good luck, essentially.
Pretty much, be like, okay, here's the first wave of PS5. We only made about 1,000. We're gonna put it in the market in 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Go.
and they're gone.
Yeah.
Sorry. They're gone.
Yeah, let the bots eat them up. That's just what's kind of how it goes for right now, unfortunately. But we'll get there. We'll get to the point where everyone can just walk in and buy a PS5 like it's canned food or something like. Although I say that there's been a shortage of canned food as of right now. My mom tried to buy some beans. There's like you gotta like look to find some beans or whatever. Obviously online shopping, but yeah, there's been a shortage on beans because like the shipping stuff, like what's been going on, like it's crazy.
There's a boat stuck again in the canal.
There's probably a truck fell over or something. I don't know. There's something going on with Canada too, so that's why the shipping is just a lot slower than usual. So that's why you can't get the product fast enough to the stores and such. So it's been an unfortunate shortage of sorts here in the U.S., at least in California anyway. I don't know. There's just been a lot of people who want to shop online now, so there's just a lot going on when it comes to shipping. Maybe there's just not enough workers because pandemic stuff too. That's also been affecting that part too. That's another thing. Again, like with the whole shortage thing, not just food, not just electronics, electronic parts, just a lot of things. A lot of other stuff has been affected. We're still in it, and so we just gotta stick to it and do our part and blah blah blah. So anyway, let's get it onto a different part of things. So, gaming has been much of a relevant thing nowadays, including, especially during the pandemic. We've been more indoors, right? So, and how much money has been making in general. So that's why, at least in Japan anyway, allegedly, Japan is opening a high school that's going to have esports as like as part of its curriculum. So basically, you're going to take a class about video games, essentially, playing video games as a means to, be an e-athlete of sorts. And people had some good quote tweets, including professional player Super Noon. He says, "Imagine getting an F because Daigo parried your super. That was going to be a chip kill." Yeah. Just Justin Wong. Dude, Justin Wong's been getting Daigo'd so much as a late.
I know.
It's funny.
It's like leave him alone. He's just playing.
Mm-hmm. He's cursed right now, dude. But hey, more content.
And
then
this whole thing with the Japan opening an esports high school is like, why does this sound like it's an anime waiting to be made like right now?
Yeah.
And then again, like, what are your tests? Play Apex and reach Predator by the end of the week.
I know, right?
It's like, okay. Or here, play FF14, reach Endwalker by the end of the month.
Oh god,
so you have to go like from the beginning. Always like, oh, and also in like big parentheses, you cannot cut scenes. It's like, oh.
I wonder if they'll teach like speedrunning too, because like that's also a way to get popular too, and get sponsors and all that stuff. So maybe speedrunning could be like part of the subject too. I don't know, or per curriculum, excuse me. Can you imagine, dude? Oh man, like you gotta like consistently do all those like weird exploits you see in like Breath of the Wild. You know what I mean? You gotta like do it on a dime because like that's what the school teaches you. as a means to pass a test. Uh, yeah. I mean, obviously, this isn't so much on development, right? But this is more on esports. So I'm just like trying to imagine like everything else, like as esports related. I wonder if they would even consider like commentating too. Those kind of events, like they have a some sort of class for commentating too. Actually, can be kind of neat.
Yeah. So here you go. They have that. Be like the professor. All right, everyone. Introducing our special guest, Yipes.
Yipes. Yipes son. Or James Chen, because he's like...
Yeah, James Chen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Yipes. How many times do you have to say "ooh" in every commentary?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
About 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, get him.
Yeah. It's definitely something like funny to like have a conversation about, I guess. It's like you just imagine like having Apex Legends as like just like a part
curriculum.
Yeah, part of the curriculum, and like Fortnite and like all that shit. Valorant.
Or like one of the curriculum is like how is first person what are they called? Battle Royales. Taking the market by storm. And you gotta write like a 30-page essay, like as people are bored.
Yeah. You gotta do like research papers and stuff like that. It's like, dude, you just want to play video games, dog. Like you can't do a 10-page essay on why people play battle royales and fighting games and all this shit. It's like,
I mean, you could if it was like why do people cheat in those type of games? Like you can kind of get away.
Oh yeah, you have to write a thesis, a master's thesis on like why people cheat or like.
And then your first sentence is like, they suck.
Yeah, no, that's like the first point, like, because this person sucks or whatever, and
so they have to ruin everything. They have to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, we're gonna get to the point where it's like it's just gonna be a normal part of our lives.
It's gonna be the norm.
Exactly. A long time ago, it was just like a niche hobby. That people thought, it's just gonna be a hobby. No one's gonna make money off of this. Like that's why parents from a long time ago like looked down on it, right? Like there's like go play outside, or you do your not do your homework or anything like that, but go outside, or you gotta do something else, in general, right? But look where we are. We got people like Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, and all those people, right, making millions because of they're just playing video games and being entertaining, obviously. And there's definitely more to it than just playing video games, but that's a major part, obviously. You can't deny that,
Yeah. I mean, you cannot deny like though our Twitch streamers, they actually do a lot to just put on a show. You got to make sure everything's working, and some parents don't realize, hey, this is actually a good way for your child to develop communication skills. They're doing a presentation. They have to be relevant. They have to be constant, but not really constant, but mix it up.
Yeah. It teaches something. As long as you, it's up to the individual of how they apply it. That's always like the big end of the result. That's what matters here. You can,
and they also show like there are people out there that are assholes, and it will really put to the test. Like, how are you going to solve this problem? Do you ignore it, or do you just outright call them out on it, or what? Do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can take a class about physics and everything, but you can still be dumb at the end of the day, you know, because you don't know how to apply said sort of points or just like
Yeah.
the things you learn in those classes or what subjects. You know, if you don't know how to apply them, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You know, art, music, you know, same thing, of course. Math, yeah. I mean,
I still have no use or finding a damn use in my life of 30 plus years of where I'm using the Pythagorean theorem. Where the fuck do I put that in my life?
Mm-hmm.
It's not working in Home Depot. Thank God it's not working in Home Depot.
Or trigonometry, right? Like, oh, this triangle is, you know, whatever. I mean, right?
Carpentry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or I forgot what they're called, but they're the one that does the lay works with the blueprints of housing and.
Oh yeah, like architects and stuff like that.
Architect, thank you. So yeah, so it's kind of like those very niche, like subjects,
situations. Yeah, they do have. I mean, obviously they have applications, but again, it's up to the individual of knowing how to use them at the end of the day. You know, so. But you know, people can get away with not going to school and make millions. That's always it's possible, but you can't.
It's possible.
Yeah, but. You know, obviously you can't expect yourself to just magically just make millions right away. You gotta put in the work. You gotta just, you know, be persistent in all that stuff. You know.
I mean, that's why, like, I'm still flabbergasted that there are still people that believe, oh, that person is doing this type of job because, you know, they flunk school or they don't have the drive.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just looking at those people bashing down and going like, okay, would you want to do that then?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, that's not for me. It's like, well, okay, then hush.
Right. And there are
Since you don't want to do it, someone else will have to do it.
Mm-hmm. And to kind of change it a little bit, but you know, there are people who, you know, still look down on the video game type of things, and they say like, oh, get a real job or whatever. You know, there's always those people out there, but it's like. Do you want to get a fucking office job over, you know, playing a video game and be entertaining and all that stuff, and like make money there too? Oh, you know, right? Like, do you want to put yourself in that situation, right? Put yourself in that situation and see what you pick. You know what I mean?
So go get yourself a job. It's like, okay, this is what I grew up learning from my grandfather. You get a job that you're happy with. Don't get a job because it's just a job.
Mm-hmm. Or it makes you a lot of money or a good amount of money, you know, that type of thing.
Because, okay, let's say, I'm making a lot of money. But I fucking hate my job.
Mm-hmm.
So, because, again, I'd rather have a job that's at least entertaining for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, you know, like, have that mindset like I want to leave this place, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Though that happened some couple of times at work, but then I was like, you know what, no, I will take the bullet for people. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And then that's my dog in the background. I don't know what she's barking at.
Yeah. All right, I think we've had our piece for this one, so including the dog.
She angry that she's not a esports player yet.
Now let's take it to a slightly different direction. We're back on the NFT thing because it's been hot on the news when it comes to gaming because a lot of companies are trying to implement those kind of things and stuff like that, blah blah blah. But then there are a lot. Now I don't know the entire context of this conversation, but Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park has also been one of those celebrities that have been talking about NFTs and he wants to venture in that, unfortunately. And there are people who, I guess this person says the NFTs don't make sense. You're buying a JPEG, blah blah blah. It's just unnecessary. Just overcomplicates things that were fine before. I'm tired of NFTs across the board. It alienates the average person. Again, I don't know what the context entirely from is from, but this reply or response or quote tweet from Mr. Shinoda himself says, here's something people aren't explaining. NFTs don't have to be JPEGs. Imagine taking your favorite skin from Valorant and using it in Fortnite, or he just said using it Fortnite and not paying extra because you own it. Then you're using it in COD, Minecraft, even Twitter. I don't know what IG is, but I think it's like et cetera, or for example, or example given, or something like that. So many possibilities, no? And that's the tweet. Oh, you sweet summer child. That is not how it works. I'm sorry, but that is not how it works. You can't just buy something and expect it to work across, different games. That's like what's a good example? It's like trying to, I guess this person, I guess Shinoda is talking about, looks like, no, he's just throwing out examples of what's popular. So, for example, you have this skin or mount in WoW, right? And then for whatever, how somehow you have an NFT for it, you own it or whatever. You can't just bring that over to 14 or Final Fantasy 14. That's not just how it works, because you have to have the licensing. You need to have the rig work for two entirely different games. Just from there, it doesn't work that way, right? And same with fighting games. You can't just transfer that character over to another fighting game, right? You have to build it from the ground up again.
Yeah.
So there's many more reasons why this is completely wrong, but that's the basic gist of it. It's just that, it just it doesn't work that way. Gaming doesn't work that way. Did you have any comment about this thing?
Well, somebody might go like, well, speaking of fighting games, there's the 2D animation. It's like, well, that's the same thing. You have to put the time into it to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why, hey, you can play Dragon Ball Z characters against Powerpuff Girls. Because someone put the time in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't magically, transfer over to, yeah. It's not gonna happen.
It's not like a file that you're moving from one folder
to. Exactly. It's not just some file. Yeah. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine if that's how it works though? Like you just have this, like an orc, right? You have this orc character from, MMO-A, right? And then you transfer him over to MMO-B, which is like more like an anime, like esque Japanese, sort of type of MMO from a Western MMO. Can you imagine that? It just magically makes some anime, like,
and it's just there.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't like change it. It's like
whatever
it's the same. It look like. It's just like, like you have all the cutesy girls, and then you just have
the orc, yeah,
just roar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's like one of these things. So
yeah,
it's not like the other.
I guess the closest thing we have is VR chat, because of all like the 3D models that people rip from like the rigs and everything.
Yeah.
But look at it, man. They look weird. That's the thing, right? Like, even if
they look weird.
It's very strange, and they're broken as fuck too. But they don't care because that's the whole joke about it. The whole weirdness is kind of how it's like the part of the joke and stuff like that, and the fun they have in those kind of games.
Yeah.
But the gist of it is that games don't work that way. Things in games don't work that way. Oh, you innocent, sweet summer child. So, obviously, he doesn't know any better. I mean, at the end of the day, so you can't get too mad at him, but it's just funny, no less.
No, we have every right to.
Okay.
We just staring on you.
It's unfortunate that a lot of the celebrities are kind of falling into it. Even like some of the voice actors are showing that sort of thought process, or just thoughts about NFTs, including Karen Strassman. I don't know if you recognize that name, but she's been in like several anime and stuff like that, video games, you name it. Has shown support for NFTs, unfortunately. But does that mean I'm gonna like be like, oh, this video game has Karen Strassman in it as the English cast? I'm not gonna play that video game. I'm still gonna play that video game. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, that's their opinion about it. So I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that whole thing with like, I'm still gonna play that video game, or I'm gonna watch that movie. Just I'm not, and just because it has this actor or actress supporting this or believing in this, isn't gonna automatically change my decision to watch it or buy it or whatever. That whole thing. But anyway, do you have any other comment before we move on? Yeah, we live in a weird time right now, but maybe that's what the pandemic has been doing, just thinking about things at home, and just, thought process is quite different. Brings out the different side of us.
We're on a variant timeline right now.
Yeah. Which one? I don't know.
I don't know, but Thanos was right.
About
everything.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Raven. Yeah, Raven, which is one of the developers for Activision that focuses on Call of Duty stuff here and there. Mm-hmm. Have been on strike because of the work ethics and stuff like that with Activision. This is not, I don't think it's directly tying in with the whole Blizzard stuff, but it might as well be because it's Activision, because they own Blizzard. They've been on strike and just been shitty over there. They've laid off a lot of people, including the QA people and stuff like that. And so a lot of the QA testers have been walking out of the studio and striking, essentially, having a strike until they fix it and stuff. Activision fix things for the better when it comes to working in that environment type of thing. And indirectly because of that, the costumes in Warzone have been buggy to the point where one of them provides a camouflage. They appear invisible in game.
Nice.
So there was one costume that first popped up. I'm not sure if it's here directly. No, I don't think so. But it just makes them invisible, and so obviously that's a huge advantage in battle royale games. and that's how you win that way, because they can't see you, so you just take them down, whatever. The first one was because a lot of people were on the holidays, right, and at Raven, and so the bug wasn't even fixed till way later on. But now there's, I guess, 2 more skins that have the invisible glitch on it. So that's why, these things are probably happening because of the people aren't just putting in the work, because they don't want to work in that environment, because Activision doesn't care to make that environment. What happened there?
My dog just was like, I was like, shh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because of how they're being treated, essentially, it's kind of like with Blizzard. Because of the way they're being treated, games like WoW aren't coming out as great over time, and people are leaving those kind of games because of that. So, right now this could be a start of that, maybe. But yeah, it's just so funny that because of these things, these circumstances, these costumes are coming out shitty, because they're not putting enough work, or they don't want to put in the work, because Activision isn't putting in the work of making sure the environment is safe to work in and such, and you're being provided with all the the things that you kind of want in those kind of industries. So it's just one more thing about Activision that's on their plate that they gotta fix and stuff like that. But all the suits and whoever, Bobby Kotick and all that stuff, Bobby Kotick, I don't know, are they don't care, essentially. It seems like, allegedly, right? That's just my 2 cents on it. Just because they're just still making a lot of money, and they just don't care as long as they make money. That's all there is to it for them. That sort of thing. So again, I wish for the best for people who work at those companies. It's been a rough time for Blizzard, been a rough time for Raven, been a rough time for anyone who's under Activision, I guess. Especially the devs, man, the actual developers who work on the games, man. They've been just going through hell, it seems like. And it kind of shows in these kind of products. So, anyways, I don't know if you had a comment about any of this stuff.
Just.
You're gonna be doing more of that, because there's a funny but unfortunate article. Apparently, 2 LAPD officers were fired after they chose to chase a Snorlax in Pokemon Go instead of helping stop a robbery in progress at a local mall. That's the headline from IGN. It's been reported from multiple outlets, so I guess it's true. Let me get rid of that. But yeah, there's obviously some detail. There's a whole, I guess, report about it, like a document and everything. Court documents. They were on patrol, and when there was a robbery at the Macy's in Crenshaw Mall, oh wow, I kind of recognize that. Calls began going out to the police in the vicinity and to respond, and some, like a unit that was at a homicide at the crime scene, rushed over to the mall. The officers Lorenzo and Mitchell, on the other hand, ignored the call at first and then responded with a simple no when asked again. It turns out that they willfully failed to respond to the robbery and attempted to conceal the fact by saying they were somewhere other than where they actually were. After listening to the recording in Lozano and Mitchell's police car, LAPD also discovered that they were playing Pokemon Go on the day of the robbery. Oh man.
See, this is why No, I shouldn't say. It's like this is why you turn it off, right?
Damn. Turn off. You can't avoid it, dude. They're gonna look into your the smartphone, like record. It shows you like what all the activity and stuff like that. If you know how to do it, and obviously police have the tools to do it. So yeah. The recordings show that at approximately 6:09 p.m., just 5 minutes before, or no, 5 minutes after Lozano said screw it in checking in with communications about the robbery call, Officer Mitchell alerted Lozano that Snorlax just popped up at 46 and Lamer. After noting that Lamer doesn't go all the way to 46, Lozano responded, "Oh, you know what I can do? I'll go down to 11th and swing up on Crenshaw." And blah, 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 yeah. And it just kind of goes on and on, but you kind of get the point. There was a robbery, and they just ignored it because they were trying to catch a Snorlax.
Whatchamacallit. I don't know, like on my sick side, I'm going like their priority is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get that Zorax.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what that CP is, but gotta get it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it could have been a shiny. But then again, it's like kind of not painting a good picture, you know, for you guys after the whole thing right now still happening.
Right.
Oof. Oof. Big oof? Question marks.
Yeah. This is super neglected, obviously, and they try to appeal it because it's an invasion, in quote unquote, invasion of privacy. Yeah. And of course the court denied the appeal. Of course, like that's something you shouldn't that you should be neglecting about.
Yep.
You're gonna really let a smartphone game or mobile app get in the way of your duty as an officer when you swore I'm assuming you swore yourself into duty as an officer, right? They take an oath, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that part of the process of becoming an officer? Yeah. So if that's the case, you swore to an oath. You have to, go stand by that oath. So doing stuff like that, what does that make you, right? So anyway, it sounds funny. Obviously, it's one of the more like funny stories, but yeah, it's pretty shitty of that happening in LA and stuff. But yeah, that's how people can be. Obviously, they were fired, so yeah, that was the end result of it. More on well, speaking of robbery, funny enough, we talked about the story, this next story, about the grand theft of the truck that was in a heist, and had the GPUs stolen from that truck. I guess turns out that those GPUs wound up in Vietnam. So man, that is crazy, man. Of how far they will go for these GPUs. Makes you wonder why these GPUs aren't available, because it's just one after the other, right? So the supply is low, so people are just gonna do crazy shit to get these things, and so the supply is even lower after that. It's like, ugh, man. Nothing more to it. It's just a really quick tweet from IGN, but
But again, like, how did the truck get to Vietnam? Did it swim?
Well, no, it's the product that got to
I know.
Vietnam. Yeah, I mean, but
but the way it's like
awarded,
the
yeah.
sentence is structured, it's like,
Oh yeah.
the truck went to Vietnam. What?
Well,
Like,
no,
no one saw a truck just flying in the sky going to Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, but yeah, the GPUs, man, it's just it sucks that
And Nvidia did claim some.
what was that? Oh, that okay.
Yeah, because I shaked it a little bit too much, and it was
Fell
like, "I'm
off.
free."
Mm-hmm.
But I was saying that Nvidia claims that sometime either quarter 2 or quarter 3 of this year, we're supposed to get the new versions of the 30 series,
Mm-hmm.
which they claim it's going to be harder for it to be crypto mined.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, doggy. I'm gonna pet that dog with my fist later. But man, it's Vietnam, so it could be in the jungle, being crypto minded.
Mm. It's funny, also, of because of the whole crypto mining and all this NFT stuff and blockchains and whatever, right? What do you need? You need servers, and so people are hogging the servers, and so that means games like 14 can't keep up with the demand because they can't buy enough servers to accommodate for everyone who wants to get in on it, who wants to get in on the queue and stuff like that. So many people are getting these servers to mine, to try to get these crypto mining and whatever fucking bullshit going. It just creates a lot more problems than people can imagine and such. So again, we just live in this weird timeline right now of like all this stuff happening, out of desperation to, make more money or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just literally a chain of all these problems that it creates. And
I mean,
go ahead.
like I think we just need a powerful voice to say something. Like Elon Musk. Like, I bet you if he just outright just says NFT and crypto mining has no value, that's it. Everyone's gonna stop. Because remember, he said something about GameStop, and then all of a sudden their stocks went whoosh. I was like, come on, Elon Musk, you have the power to just say this, just say this line, and everyone's gonna stop.
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps. I think there's definitely more to it than that, but
yeah, there's more to it,
but
it's just that coincidence that when he said stuff like that, things turn out good.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. But
no.
It sucks. And funny enough, Nvidia came out with another 30 series card, which is I forget what the number was. Was it the 3050 or something like that? It costs $200 essentially, like 250-ish, I think. So you know how many people are gonna try to snatch up those since it's like super cheap. Just another card that people aren't gonna be able to buy, and it's probably gonna cost like what, $1,000 or something like that, like 5 times the price. The 3090s right now, man, they're like what, 3,500 a piece on like secondary market or people scalping them for 3.5K. Like, ugh, God. Maybe I mean, maybe I'll try to get lucky on the 3050, but I don't know.
Either like, and also with back to the GPU thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they know about it. It's in Vietnam. Are they gonna do anything about it? Are they gonna get it back? No. Okay, then why is it even?
I don't know. Well, I mean, if they knew it was stolen, I probably it's being turned into the authorities right now, right? I mean, ideally, if it's known, but who knows what good it'll do or what good it will bring after those GPUs are recovered. I don't know. Either way, I mean, it's just one thing after the other. It sucks trying to build a PC nowadays. You have to just buy a pre-built PC to even, experience the newest thing right now. And I don't know how that's been working out nowadays. Seems like at this point, those kind of pieces are running out, and you have to settle for like the 1600s or whatever, something less powerful. But yeah, because I've seen like 1660s are still being like thrown out there on Twitter for deals and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's still part of the GTX series too, which is a step behind from the RTX series.
Again, it's like, come on.
Yeah. We'll see when things turn around, but
whenever.
Yeah. Well, that's it for the frontline type of news.
Looking at Amazon right now.
Mm-hmm.
A 3070 RTX, 1,200.
That's double the price. Yeah, because they usually go for 600, I think. But yeah,
260 is like 700.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is that?
So this Zawa is
that's a cursed image
or video. Yeah, this is a result of a collaboration between Attack on Titan and Call of Duty, of all things. Yeah, no, this is real. This is from the PlayStation.
I mean, yes, Activision, you have the money, but fuck is that?
Mm-hmm. So this is the Levi costume that you can buy from, I guess, from the bundle or within the bundle or something like that. I'm not sure if you can just buy the costume by itself or not. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it exists. It exists and it's official. It looks so weird. They even got the hair. Yeah. The new season just came out. The final season part 2 just came out. I caught the first episode of that part, which pretty damn good. At least visually anyway. I already read all the manga, so I already know how it ends, but the animation, man, is pretty damn good. This is another part. There's a little more video in this one for GameSpot, so you kind of get to see part of the costume more. But yeah, that's just kind of what it is.
That's a nice cosplay.
Yeah, I know. it's a cosplay. Yeah. It's just like
what are we gonna see? Titans running around on the map? Oh god, that's scary.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine?
When you get let's say, a 20 kill streak.
Mm-hmm.
You summon a Titan.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, but weird.
That'd be cool, but that'd be weird, but and terrifying.
Yeah,
because it would just like one shot people.
Yeah, it just steps on people, right? So.
Oh, and it doesn't like know like ally and enemy. So if you're in the vicinity,
friendly
everyone
fire.
dies.
Yeah, it's friendly fire. Yeah, it's friendly fire. Oh man, that'd be fucking funny. But yep, Attack on Titan, man. That's kind of why it's in the hotness right now. The new hotness for right now. The new or final season part 2 has come out very recently. So happened this last Sunday. So it's just definitely one of those weird crossovers. And I decided to throw this in here. Actually, hold on. I think there was one other thing I wanted to bring up too. Give me a minute here. I think I forgot to put that in. Oh, this is just a quick one. So on top of the PlayStation 5s, I guess, which is funny because Sony says they're gonna try to focus on the PS4 to accommodate the missing PS5s, I guess, so the lower supply of PS5s. Microsoft says we're gonna discontinue the Xbox One and focus on the Xbox Series X and S, which is the opposite. So it's like,
what?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, because isn't Xbox also suffering the same thing?
What?
Because yeah, they're trying. Yeah, they're doing the opposite. Because reasons.
I know. Again, it's like what?
Yeah, like
it's like I'm walking forward to walk 10 steps back.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sure.
It's like you go that way. Go that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they're suffering the same thing, but I guess maybe because it's less on demand. Because you can also play those games on PC too. So maybe I don't know. They have like a little more leeway to do that than Sony. Not too sure, but they're going in the opposite direction from Sony. So I thought it was funny to mention that. Okay, anyway. Now we can talk about this one, which is we kind of put this in like last minute, but it's about Kirby. They had a new trailer and they have a release date now, an actual release date. So, Kirby in the Forgotten Land. It's this one.
We gotta remember this is on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some of our Switches are kind of showing its age.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of playing this game on my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my boyfriend. Oh no.
Oh god. The gachapon.
Sakurai, what did you do?
Mm-hmm.
My drill.
No, he's not working.
The heavens.
He's not working on the game, so he has to be here to stop it.
This is his child.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, he's not working on the game, so it's what are you not doing? Really? Oh wow, that looks really cool. Yeah,
oh
wow.
Of course.
Yeah.
You cannot have him. You cannot have Meta Knight.
Mm-hmm. You can't have a game without Meta Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks cool.
You imagine that's a QTE.
I know, right?
If you miss,
you die. Yeah. That's all it is. It's just QTEs, the game. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 or 2.
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 had a lot of that I wanted to kill myself.
But wasn't 2 like hit triangle?
Two was like notorious for it.
Yeah, like 2 was like hit triangle the game. I haven't played 3, so but that's
Also,
kind of what I've heard.
Who gave Kirby a gun?
Oh yeah, yeah. Not Sakurai, that's for sure.
But yeah, Sakurai's. It's like, Sakurai, where are you? Not playing Walker.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's just taking pictures of his cats.
While playing Walker.
while playing, yeah. He also visited the Gundam. What is it? The big Gundam like thing.
I think that's a new not a new model, but like a new updated version.
Yeah, of the big robot statue. Yeah, kind of thing. I forget where it's located, but it's like one of those like big Gundam exhibits. Yeah, exhibition. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming March 25th, right at the end of March of 2022. You're really trying to fit in the right at the end of the fiscal year, I think. Because I think the fiscal year is from it's all the way from. Is it April or March or whatever, and then all the way to like July of like I don't know. It starts from July to like the end of March or something like that. Is how it goes usually. So that's why they're trying to like fit all these games into that part, because that's why we're getting Pokemon Legends right at the end of January, and then Kirby at the end of March. They're trying to like shove in all these games before that ends. Seems like, to make those numbers look better. Yep. Are you considering getting this game? I don't know if I am gonna actually pick it up, but it does look cool. I'll give it that.
I'm gonna pick it up, but not like I need it now.
Yeah,
so, yeah. I'll buy you later.
Mm-hmm.
But once I see the release date of a certain game that I've been waiting for,
the Bayo 3s,
I might have to put 14 on hiatus.
Right. Mm-hmm. Might. It isn't even. Oh, did it even announce like what year is coming?
Well, this year.
Oh, is it this year? Okay.
Which month? Nope.
Yeah, probably like December.
I'm guessing. I want to say Q3. Let's just
like September.
Be realistic.
I want to say September, October-ish. So that way they can like.
We're being realistic here, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Q3.
Yeah. Maybe November. I would say the latest is November.
I wouldn't mind it coming out in October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if it's a summer release, then yeah, probably, as you said, September.
Yeah, like right at the beginning of September. It's probably the earliest we'll see it. But if we're lucky, like early August, But I'd say if we're lucky. But that game, hopefully that game will have better results. But from that trailer we've seen, like as much as cool Bayo is, we know Bayo is coming, of course. This year, man, the Switch is like starting to just.
It's gonna show its age
for sure. They're really.
So as Max said, like, this will be a good opportunity for Nintendo to go like, hey, here's Switch 2.0.
The 4K Switch.
Here's the games, the bundle games that comes with it. Shows like what Smash,
Bayo 3, Monster Hunter Rise.
There you go.
And then the new Mario Kart that's been reportedly, been in the works.
Yep.
With the new twist, as we talked about last time. Yeah. Otherwise, it does still look stylish. We can definitely say. But the fidelity does show its age quite a bit, but it is what it is. It shouldn't affect the game of how fun it is, but visually, you know, there definitely, like you said, there are some places where, yeah, it does show the age of it right now. So that is Forgotten Land. Hopefully it won't be forgotten when it comes out. I'm sure it won't, but yeah. Okay, now we're gonna start to reach the tail end of the Hypecast with some movie stuff and TV stuff and blah blah blah. Starting with this one of Batman, Ben Affleck, who was playing Batman in the DCCU. Is that how this goes? The cinematic universe of DC from Warner Brothers. Has announced that this is going to be his last time, or the Flash the movie, I think, is going to be his last time he's playing as Batman. And on top of that, you know, there's been more updates on him quitting as, you know, Batman. I guess he's still friends with Matt Damon.
Yep.
And helped him, you know, convince him to pretty much quit as Batman. And Affleck yeah. Go ahead.
Funny, like when you think of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, you gotta, like, if you really love movies, you have to realize that they have been in their early careers. There wasn't a movie that if one was starred in, the other one was starring in as well. And with that type of friendship, you know, to me, it's like, I'm glad that, you know, Matt Damon talked some sense into Ben Affleck, but on the other side, it's like, no, it's not your fault, Ben. It's really not your fault. You were just given a script. You did your part, and wasn't that good? You were good. Just the script.
Yeah.
Why do you say that name?
Yeah, the material, unfortunately, it wasn't the best, and the production side of things was, you know, from Affleck's experience as well, not just for I forget the actor's name for Cyborg. It was terrible for him, but for Affleck, he said it was terrible too. So, at this point, you know, if let's say Cavill comes back as Superman, like, would that even like add to anything at this point? Because you don't even have, like, likely you're gonna even have like half of the cast for Justice League coming back as, you know, as one again. You know, it's hard to say, of course. Will Gal Gadot even continue as Wonder Woman? Maybe. I don't know. But from what it sounds like with the production experience from, you know, even Affleck was saying, it's like, geez, it's looking really rough on that side of DC. So, yeah.
That's why, again, I don't think Warner Brothers know what the fuck they're doing with their DC properties when it comes to live action.
Those
but
movies.
For the animated movies, holy shit, they blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
It's like that opposite effect
with Marvel
that I keep telling my friends. DC, good animated movies.
Video games are pretty. Yeah, video games are good too.
Live action. It's like live action.
Live action.
Marvel. Woo, live action. Yes. Animated.
Yeah. No one talks about them. Let's just put it that way. And the video games are kind of hit or miss, right? You have the Spider-Mans that are good, and then you have the Marvel Avengers that was like, you know, that was unfortunate, but it's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's too bad. I mean, I do like Affleck as Bruce Wayne / Batman, but, you know, I want to care about that universe more, but with how it's being handled, it's like, where is it gonna go, right? And we're not gonna even see the continuation of the whole like the injustice side of things that they kind of alluded to in the last or not, I mean the 4-hour version of Justice League. So all that for nothing, I guess. It sucks, but it's just what's just gonna happen. It's not gonna be the same Bruce Wayne / Batman. We might as well just lose Jared Leto. I mean, I don't even care at that point. But meanwhile, Peacemaker just came out, I think, right? So it just came out today. So I'm gonna definitely catch that. The Suicide Squad was turning out to be better, but that's because they had an actual good director on that whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Gunn. Thank you very much for your hard work and dedication to get it all right. Maybe if Affleck was on that set, he would have had a more of
better
time, better outlook on things. I mean, maybe he would have stayed on Batman a lot longer. You know, there's a reason why Batista was like, I'm not gonna play as Drax.
If Gunn's not coming back.
Yeah.
Same thing with like all the Guardians actors. They like really wanted James because James Gunn he puts his
heart
and he does his homework.
Yeah, not just his heart. He definitely puts his brains into it too. You know. You can be passionate about something, but the execution could be wrong. But his execution, man, I think it's top notch. There's a reason why the latest Suicide Squad movie did a lot better in terms of as a movie. Maybe not so much in the box office, unfortunately, because of pandemic and other factors too. Maybe the way it was marketed too. I think it was the timing was kind of unfortunate. But at least we got to see it on HBO Max, so but anyway, it's this is the kind of situation we're in, unfortunately. Hope for the best for Affleck over here. Hopefully, something good comes to him after the whole Batman thing. And yeah, so this is unfortunately he made a decision to kind of put the cape up, unfortunately, as the Cape Crusader. So that's the gist of it. Meanwhile, the other Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, that's been hyped up. Has a rating, official rating, and it is PG-13.
But we gotta remind ourselves, PG-13 is not like the pass. Because remember, PG-13 back in, let's say, the 80s, you could have gotten away with like murder with a PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
Here, I want to say they're going to kind of bring that back, because there's some scenes in the trailer that we saw a long time ago. It was like, okay, this is like
when he was like beating him, that one dude is like
I know, it's like
holy shit.
It's like whoa.
Like whoa. This Batman's brutal, man. So probably like the beating, like the actual action will be there, but like the blood is probably what's gonna be missing. Yeah. We're not seeing the blood splatter, obviously, but the graphic, like the actual graphic violence.
Graphic of it, yep.
It's probably what's gonna be brutal. Even the what do you call it? Batman versus Superman? There was that one part when Batman was like beating up all those...
Batman was in the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
And there was like a one part that he slams the guy's neck on a crate, and I was like, he's dead.
Yeah. He
like you cannot you cannot tell me that guy is breathing.
Or he shot the grappling hook on the dude. Like that guy is dead too. Like,
and also like when the guy with the flamethrower, he just blew him up. Like he dead.
Yeah.
But then you remind yourself, wait, Michael Keaton's Batman threw a guy down a hole with a dynamite and it blew up, and he smiled. Well, that's okay then.
Well, that's like giving him the taste of his own medicine kind of method. Which
true, but,
yeah,
but then you know that whole trope Batman does not kill is like. It's like that
there's always a loophole, right? Like there's always he always tries to go through some loopholes or hoops to kind of be like, hey, I didn't kill him. He had a dynamite in his own hand. He should have thrown out the dynamite away from him, or I don't know, something like that.
I mean, it's like also the Arkham games. If you play them, like there's some finishers that really like.
Oh yeah, he's dead. No, he's fucking dead.
It's like his body is bending.
The opposite,
yeah, and then when you go into like your bat visor and you're like checking their pulse, unconscious, it's like no, dead.
Yeah,
motherfucker's dead.
Yeah,
I mean, same thing. Like, because I remember which one it was, Arkham City. You were able to drive the Batmobile, right? Yeah. You have rubber bullets, but they're like the size of a freaking missile.
Yeah, like a brick, like a
brick, and you fly it at a guy. It's like his chest is caved in.
Yeah.
His face is caved in. He's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so it's PG-13, but you know, as much as we would like to see it rated R for maximum, you know, being expressive with
maximum carnage.
Yeah, maximum carnage. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it won't like dumb down the well, not violence, but the action. It won't dumb down the action side of things. I think it'll still be a cool movie, but you know, we're just not gonna see blood as much as we kind of would like to kind of see it as a sort of guilty pleasure sort of thing. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure like it's not gonna change the acting. It's not gonna change the the whole dynamic of the movies as much as people like to make it out to be. But yes, we do lose out on the expression of some of the action scenes, right? They have to hold back on things, obviously, but you know, still want to check it out on HBO Max. I think that one's in April, and then the movie is gonna come out in theaters like what, March, February-ish, maybe. I forget. But anyway, that's coming around the corner, as sooner or later, and yeah, so that's how it goes. That would be.
I still can't believe what's his name?
Oh, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, as
Penguin.
As Penguin, like,
yeah, you can't tell.
That makeup job is really good.
Speaking of the bad guys,
when they said, "Hey, Colin Farrell is in this movie," it's like, "Oh, who is he?"
Yeah, I was
Penguin.
like, wait, what? That's Colin Farrell? What? I thought it was like some actor, like a you know, an actor who just has that face, right? But it's Colin Farrell. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I can see it now with the eyes.
Well,
right?
In a certain lighting, I thought it was Robert De Niro. Like in one of the lighting scenes, I was like, "Oh wow, they got Robert De Niro as in this movie. Cool." Colin Farrell, what?
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah. I think he's another great actor too. And yeah, you know, it's definitely gonna be an interesting Penguin, that's for sure. Or just an interesting movie in general, with you know Pattinson being Bruce Wayne / Batman,
and also Andy Serkis as Alfred.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Serkis is Alfred. That's right. That's cool.
I would laugh my ass off if it slips out.
The Smeagol.
and Andy Serkis goes Smeagol, or he says like something along the lines from Caesar.
Like if he had
strong.
Yeah.
If, oh god.
If like he somehow like was contaminated with like laughing gas or something, like the Smeagol kind of comes out or something. That'd be kind of interesting, but anyway, but it's cool. But speaking of the bad guys, there was the Riddler you get to see now the full like sort of view of his like costume, pretty much.
Is this a gimp suit?
Yeah, I know. Right?
It's either a gimp suit or a very poorly made Zodiac killer.
Yeah, right. It's yeah. I guess I mean, is this supposed to be like
I guess it's a different interpretation of the Riddler, but I'm used to like Batman the Anime series.
Yeah, the is he wearing a bodysuit or is it just like a suit, like a green suit?
Well, in the new Adventures of Batman and Robin, it was like one fucking green bodysuit.
Yeah, the body, like a tight bodysuit. Yeah.
Yeah, tight.
But another but the '90s one, the one a lot of people watched, he was wearing a suit, right? Like a
yeah, it was a green suit.
Like it's a green
tie
and everything. Yeah.
Yep. Like he looked like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman. Yeah. Yeah. And then Jim Carrey.
You gotta give it up. Yeah, you gotta give up. Jim Carrey's one was actually
like even though it is Jim Carrey, but he's like fit for the Riddler, as much as Jim Carrey, he's kind of like himself, but he's like, you know what I mean? Like he fits with Riddler pretty well, right? So
yeah.
Like the movement, like everything. He definitely got the movement down.
But Tommy Lee as
Tommy Lee Jones,
Harvey Dent, Two-Face, it was like
that one's kind of rough, yeah.
It's like, it's like Schumacher, what did you say to Mr. Tommy Lee Jones for him to
get the role?
to sign up for this?
Yeah.
Was this on the cusp of Mr. Tommy Lee Jones coming back from Japan doing those weird commercials?
I know, like the Boss Coffee and like a lot of things.
Him being an alien.
He was in a lot of Japanese commercials. I think he's still appearing here and there when it comes to the newer ones, because they pretty much shoot it in like here in the U.S., but they like send it over to Japan pretty much, because they have because like some Japanese companies have a studio in the U.S. or something like that, and so they can just shoot it with him in the U.S. still. So, or they outsource it to like a random studio, and they give him money, and then they have Jones come in, Lee Jones to come in, and do the shoot or whatever, the shooting of or the production of that commercial. That's kind of how it works. But anyway, sometimes. But anyway, Riddler. Obviously, this could be like a beginning, like a first costume kind of thing, because you seen like Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man when he was like wrestling against Bonesaw. Remember that one? Bonesaw's ready.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, I know. I remember Peter Parker, or no, sorry, well, technically Peter Parker still, but he was like on the cage. He's like, "Oh, that's a nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you?"
I know. He's like, "What are you doing up there?"
Yeah.
Get down here.
Yeah. Oh man, that man,
Macho Man, Randy Savage, bless his heart.
Bless his heart. I'm very unfortunate.
To me, that was the highlight of the movie. Just having
Bonesaw. Not Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, but
I mean, yeah, Willem Dafoe. But when you say like Spider-Man, majority of the time people would say, yeah, it's Bonesaw, or
they quote Bonesaw a lot. A lot, yeah. Oh man, that whole thing was so funny. It was great. It's great.
That whole thing came out of nowhere. It was like,
the first costume for Spider-Man was like hilarious. Like he's just wearing like a red face mask and just like a t-shirt or like whatever it is. The gloves.
He looked like a thug.
Yeah, like kind of vaguely like this sort of, but without the leather. No leather at all. He's like wearing blue sweatpants. The human spider. Remember, he was gonna call himself the human spider. But the announcer,
the announcer was his name is blanking.
Oh, was it?
It's
Bruce Campbell, was it?
Yeah, it's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, That's so random. Yeah. He was just
and if you notice, every Schumacher movie, Bruce Campbell was in it.
Schumacher?
Yeah.
Oh.
Schumacher movies.
Oh, yeah. If
Bruce Campbell was in it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean those movies, man. Those are like the product of the time, you know.
Yeah.
You look back on it, it's like, yeah, this is like super different. Let's just put it that way.
It was woof.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to Schumacher. Him putting J.K. Simmons.
Well, no, that's not Schumacher. That's Sam.
Oh yeah.
Riegel or whatever.
Yeah. No.
Sam something. Yeah. It's not Schumacher. It's not Schumacher. I was
are
you talking about? Are you talking about the Batman stuff or like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi. Yeah. There you go. Sam Raimi, not Regal, but the Raimi Spider-Man movies were definitely a product of its time, and like you said, he casted Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, and then have a good.
And then you're talking about J.K. Simmons, yeah.
Being Jonah Jameson's, because again, it's like he was made for the role.
Oh, dude, I know, right? That's also a highlight too, man. Oh man, gotta love J.K. Simmons. Speaking of J.K. Simmons, Invincible is like in the works right now. They said it's in the works right now for season 2. So I can't wait for that one.
Crap.
Yeah, I know. Now that he's gonna show those like true colors. Yeah, he's like talking about each hero like crap, mega crap. But yeah,
I'll give you $50 for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that whole like final episode. Oh, that was crazy, dude. That's when that's what happens when it's rated R or TVMA or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just goes bonkers with the violence, man. But anyway, this costume is like weird, funny, but I'm pretty sure there's context to it, or it's just like that's just a take on from the director or whoever designed this costume. It might be his first. I don't know. Might be the first time we see Riddler, and we might see him in another film later on or something like that. And he'll change into the more elaborate costume. Maybe.
If it goes well.
If it goes well, yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, that's all. Yeah, we went on a tangent quite a bit.
Don't we always?
Don't we always? Yep. That's the magic of.
You make it sound like we never do.
Yeah. But that's what we do. Anyways, lastly, ended on the positive note. Oh shoot, I forgot the link for it, the actual link for it. But the actor who played the old dude from Squid Games had won the Golden Globe. The actor's name is Oh Young-soo, but I forgot the Well, I mean, is it a spoiler? Well, anyway.
No.
I don't know. I guess you have to get the context of it in order to understand the thing. But anyway, he played the old man, and a Korean actor won the supporting role part of the Golden Globes. So good on him. Congrats. Of course, this is for the TV side of things, not motion picture. Where was it? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh Young-soo, Squid Games. Yep. So winner. Yep. I didn't see like what the best was it picture or whatever it was, the big reward big awards. Excuse me. The Power of the Dog. Okay, I actually never heard these movies. The West Side Story. I didn't even know they had a newer West Side Story, to be honest. King Richard? What's with these like old it's a bunch of remakes, man. Jeez. Or retellings. Power of the Dog, I don't know about that one, but
well, you see, Power of the Dog is, a story of a cat has the power of an
I don't know where that's from. I don't know if that's an original film or is it from a book or whatever. No Time to Die.
No, it's from 4chan.
4chan, yeah. It's like one of those the copy pasta.
Yeah, copy pasta.
Mm. Oh wow, Hans Zimmer won something. Wow, that's cool for Doom. Nice.
For Dune or Doom? Because I was like,
Dune.
oh, Hans Zimmer, man, that's Doom.
Oh, Hans Zimmer in Doom. Holy shit, that'd be kind of cool. In collaboration with Mick Gordon. Oh my god, that'd be so like, wow.
They make a Doom style of Duel of the Fates. Oh, that would be like, oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa. Stop right there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make a lot of people pregnant right now.
Yeah, the original song went to Billie Eilish with "No Time to Die," so that's the last James Bond film. At least that one's something. Best animated. God damn it, the scrolling is bad on this thing. But the best animation was Encanto. A lot of the Disney stuff was on here or was nominated. Yeah. Raya Last Dragon, that one was okay. I didn't really like it a whole lot, but it was okay.
Mm.
Luca was pretty cool. I liked that one better. TBH. I mean, any of these like things that you kind of wanted to point out, or not so much?
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the. Because I still need to watch the last Daniel Craig movie for the James Bond.
Mm-hmm. I need to actually like sit down and watch those movies because I tried to watch one of the first ones on the airplane, but I unfortunately fell asleep because I was super tired. So I like just I couldn't.
Well, see, that's the opposite of me. On my plane trip, Delta had Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched all 4 of them.
Oh, nice.
And I still say to this day, and again, I didn't watch No Time to Die yet. So based on those 4, I still say in this rank from like best James Bond Daniel Craig movie to like
Mm-hmm.
So starting from the bottom, number 4. Quantum of Solace.
Mm-hmm.
Then next will be Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
Then Casino Royale, and then Skyfall.
Oh, okay.
Might be different for everyone, but
yeah.
Like I really like, but if it's like one I really like, it's Casino Royale.
That's the first one, right?
Yep, that's the first one.
Yeah, the first one of the Daniel Craig being James Bond stuff. Yeah.
And then you have Skyfall, but I think I only like Skyfall because Adele sang the
the theme. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen wasn't the first one, right? Also, yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen was Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I imagine that was like one of the big highlights too for that film. Which is why Casino Royale is up there.
It was pretty much the the whole poker scene that was the highlight of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And probably for like some people, Daniel Craig getting his
balls
whacked.
Yeah. The torture scene, yeah. Yep.
Which I was like, that boy now make babies no more.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I got. Well, I guess one last thing I guess I want to just toss in here since we're on the shorter side of things is Logan Paul recently bought like a base set for Pokemon cards, and apparently they were fake. Like he paid like millions of dollars, something like that, and it's confirmed that they were fake or something like that. because I think he actually opened them and it turned out to be like G.I. Joe like cards or something like that. Or something along those lines. It's probably just it could be a stunt just for like, you know, dramatic effect. He bought them on purpose and then, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, hey, it could be genuine. Like he wanted to open the base set of Pokemon cards, what, again or something like that, and you know, for millions of dollars, I guess, and then they turned out to be fake. What do you know? Spoiler alert.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh my!
Oh my, yeah. Yep. So that's why I kind of just wanted to toss in there, but I didn't want to like spend too much time on it because, you know, it's always possible that it's just a stunt to, you know, continue his whole sort of clout, I guess you can say. Anything you wanted to maybe you got to throw in here before we sign off? Anything you've
Anything, kid? Nope.
All
Kitty's asleep.
Yeah. It is that time of the show.
Yep.
We have reached the end. So thank you so much. We definitely, you know, we have definitely had some stuff to talk about, but we're still within the sort of the dry spell of things. But thank you so much, no less, for tuning in for this episode of the Hypecast. Always appreciate everything and all that stuff, and we'll be back for next week if we have stuff to talk about. Probably the last character for KOF 15 will be revealed by then, so we'll be sure to bring that up and all that stuff. And yeah, so thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.
Next time on Death Battle.
Next time on Death Battle. I read for 3 minutes. You imagine like Bonesaw versus like some other random wrestler from another thing? No, Bonesaw versus Mr. Satan. There you go. That'd actually be a funny matchup. Because they're both human, right? So they don't have like, yeah. They don't have any like crazy like abilities or whatever. Mr. Satan has luck. He has like the best luck.